Right, welcome, ladies and gents. Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Paramount could merge. So all those kind of rumors and rumblings that I myself, I've done some videos on this in the past of Warner Brothers potentially selling DC. Well, not entirely unfounded. Not entirely unfounded. Warner Brothers Discovery itself is looking potentially to merge. Now, the rumors of the sort of potential sale of DC came because Superman Legacy was shaping up to essentially be a proof of concept. We'll have all of these characters. Look how they can all work. That's basically what that looked like. To most people anyway. Like a proof of concept. But now it's coming out that, there's the potential for a massive sale or merger. Which is, I guess kind of a sale in some regards. They'll be relinquishing rights and, privileges and things like that. Of Warner Brothers Discovery as a whole. Now, this is huge for the industry. Because Warner Brothers was a powerhouse. Like Disney, they were a huge powerhouse. Now, that star has faded. Paramount has faded as well. Most of these companies are teetering on the edge because they just can't produce good content. Paramount has their awful Paramount Plus streaming service. Warner Brothers has HBO, which is Max now, isn't it? God, they removed the HBO name. Fucking idiots. But this is huge. Really, really, really huge. And it's seldom that we get such a moment, in this industry that is as big as this. We had it, of course, a few years ago with Disney buying 20th Century Fox. This will be on that scale. This will be that big. It will be monumental. So let's take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here and you enjoy videos like this, but no pressure, of course. But let's get out of that YouTube funk that they seem to be labeling the channel with. So Deadline has confirmed that Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount Global have held talks on a possible merger. Now, the fact that they're holding talks is massive. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. So Paramount Global CEO Bob Bakish and Warner Brothers Discovery boss David Zaslav sat down on Tuesday at Paramount's corporate headquarters in New York Times Square. A well-placed source tells Deadline. And I quote, "It was all rather preliminary," the source said of the talks. Shari Redstone, CEO of Paramount's controlling shareholder, National Amusements, quote, "is on a bit of a listening tour to see what she might be able to get if she decides to sell the company or part of it." Because that's the thing. The Shari Redstone has the controlling. She is the controlling shareholder, right? And she wants out of it. By the sounds of it, she wants to make some money. So this is kind of why this has all happened. So 2 additional people with knowledge of the discussions confirmed them to Deadline. So 3 people overall, by the sounds of it. So Deadline has reported in recent days that Redstone, after spending years holding her family's empire together, had become open to offers for National Amusements and Paramount assets from suitors including Skydance and Redbird Capital. I would quite like Skydance to buy them, actually, or merge with Paramount. Skydance is good. They're doing some pretty good stuff here and there. And the thing is with Skydance, they're learning from their failures. They're trying to learn by the looks of it. They're not, ostensibly anti-woke or anything like that, but they very clearly are trying to coin a market. And they're certainly nowhere near as bad as the likes of Disney, that's for sure. So Redstone was not in the room with Zaslav and Bakish for the actual meeting, a source noted. She did have a separate conversation with Zaslav this week where the role of broadcast network CBS in any potential future deal was a major topic. So that's interesting. So as a broadcast network coupled with 28 owned stations in many markets, CBS is a significant asset, but also a legacy one, given recent talk of Disney possibly parting with ABC and its stations, though the company recently said it has reconsidered, and other movement on the broadcast chessboard, the notion of CBS and the stations not following the rest of Paramount portfolio might be logical. Private equity funds increasingly have looked at local broadcasting as an area of interest, and also control. Right? Private equity funds like, BlackRock maybe, and Vanguard, all these absolute reprobates trying to control narratives. That's why they're looking at broadcasting networks. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. So Wall Street didn't have any immediate reaction to the initial report of the negotiations by Axios. Warner Brothers Discovery stock slipped, actually, believe it or not, almost 6% during the regular trading day, and basically was flat in after-hours trading. Paramount slid 2% and drifted down further after the session. So Warner Brothers Discovery would be prevented from entering into a transaction until the April expiration of a 2-year lockup period after the merger of Warner Media and Discovery. And that was agreed to as part of the Warner Discovery deal, which was executed via a reverse Morris trust, which confers certain tax advantages, so they don't, they don't go back on their tax deals, basically. But yeah, this is quite crazy. So there's also been Paramount discussing the potential sale of Bet Media, which includes cable networks Bet and VH1. So they've done this. They've had this meeting post that, by the looks of it. So both Warner Brothers and Paramount face significant issues with debt, as well as the hefty expenses required of anyone looking to compete in streaming. There you go. Highlights what I said already. And since the April 2022 closing of Warner Media's $43 billion merger with Discovery, investors had pointed to the company's debt as a concern. They're doing quite a lot to change that, though. It also combined a large swathe of cable TV assets against the backdrop of accelerating rates of cord cutting. Shares in the merged company have been trading well below the price as of the deal close. So they're basically screwed. They've got a lot of debt, and they can't really offset that. Shares are not that high in value, etc. This is quite big. This is, well, I mean, it's not quite big. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I mean, Paramount's reunion of CBS and Viacom has not gone over well on Wall Street, with the stock sinking to a single digit earlier this year and remaining nearly 2/3 below its level at the close of Viacom-CBS deal in 2019. Everything's just screwed. No one should have gone into streaming like they have. It's been a huge issue for everyone involved. Every company that just goes, oh, we're going to get to streaming now. Just stop it. Honestly, just stop it. Check yourself. And a lot of these companies aren't producing good content, good movies either. Warner Brothers Discovery hasn't exactly had smash hits lately. They've lost substantial income because of DC. Substantial income. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. This is huge news. It really is huge news. Now, it's preliminary stage, as they say here, but there's clearly been some talks for a little while for it to get to that stage. And also, once it's released to the media as well, that's when you know it's getting quite serious. And I would imagine they floated this out there, leaked it to the press to see what the stocks do and whether that is in their favour or not. I bet you anything it's part to do with that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below. Drop it all there. Give the video a like and a share. Take care.